Celtic fever alive and well here in the city as the NBA Finals has returned after being absent for a couple of decades. And tonight it's time for Game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. Celtics took Game 1. How do the Lakers respond? Let's get the starting lineups with PA announcer Eddie Palladino.
Good evening and welcome to the Garden for Game 2 of the 2008 NBA Finals between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors by the Maine State Select Honor Guard. Now, to perform the national anthem, conductor Keith Lockhart and members of the Boston Pops. The Boston Pops. Now let's meet the players for both teams. First, the starting lineup for the Western Conference champion Los Angeles Lakers. At forward, 6'10", from Serbia and Montenegro, number 10, Vladimir Radmanovic. At the other forward, 6'10", from Rhode Island, number 7, Lamar Odom. At center, 7 feet from Spain, number 16, Paul Gasol. At one guard, 6'1", from Arkansas, Little Rock, number 2, Derek Fisher. And at the other guard, 6'6", from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of the Lakers is Phil Jackson. Center, 6'11", from Clifton Ozone High School, number 43, Kendrick Perkins. 1 guard, 6'1", from Kentucky, number 9, Rajon Rondo. And the other guard, 6'5", from Connecticut, number 20, Ray. At forward, 6'11", from Farragut Academy, number 5, KG Kevin Garnett. And at the other forward, 6'7", from Kansas, the captain and the truth, number 34, Paul Pierce. The head coach of the Boston Celtics is Doc Rivers. Game 2.
And so it continues. You've lived your life for this one moment. A chance to march into the pantheon of greatness, where a legacy of champions awaits.
Unbelievable! West throws it up over half court. Backs it back. Yeah! Yeah! Gotta go! He's way too good! So many moves, so much power. It's over! It's over!
Get ready for basketball battle. The NBA Championship.
Turnaround shot in the air.
An almost unthinkable storyline has unfolded in this NBA Finals.
And I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again. Tonight, the real season begins.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
It's 89-84. Sixers, and they get inside.
I want to tell you something. Everybody up there is on our side.
Now it's on the floor. What a play by Jay Crowder. Oh, my!
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Once again, a sellout crowd here in Boston. They've been so hot all season on their home floor. Did it again in Game 1 as Paul Pierce and the Celtics got on top to start this NBA Finals. And now it's time for the Lakers. How does Kobe Bryant and LA respond here in Game 2? And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Game 1 taken by the Celtics because of a smothering defense in the second half, and at least here what they thought in Boston was an inspirational performance from Paul Pierce. Guys, what we've learned throughout these playoffs is that Pierce is their number 1 offensive threat. He's their guy, but he might not be 100% because he sprained the knee in that third quarter of Game 1. So how difficult is it, Jeff, for a coach to know going into a game, not really knowing what you're going to get from your number 1 offensive force?
Well, I think the easiest decision for Doc Rivers is to play Paul Pierce. If the player says he's okay, the doctors say he's okay, then if you're Doc Rivers, you just play him because a hobbled Paul Pierce still gives you a better chance to win. If you look at the numbers from Game 1, that second half performance, 15 points in that critical third quarter where they erased the 5-point halftime deficit is critical.
Certainly the extra day off helping Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics. All right, so the question is, how do the Lakers respond? Mark, Kobe Bryant, he led them with 24 points, but he needed 26 shots to do it. All right, what did you see from him in Game 1, and what do you expect
in terms of changes for game 2?
Well, I saw good defense from the Celtics contesting every shot, but having an opportunity to talk to Kobe Bryant, he says, hey, those are shots that were very makeable. He feels extremely confident and comfortable with his offensive looks in game 1. If you're Kobe Bryant, what you have to do now is find a way to make quick, precise moves before the double team comes. And then what you want to do is find a way to get to the foul line. Crucial things for big-time scorers make the game easy.
Kobe Bryant says he can't wait. He hopes he gets the same looks that he had in game 1. So the players appear ready. Coaches giving them their final thoughts as they were back in the locker room right before they came out on the floor.
Stay in control. Stay in control. Don't let the crowd, get you doing stuff at the offensive end that's outside of the limitations of what we're trying to do.
You know, and I go back to the Tony Dungy thing that I told you guys 10 times already. When he was asked the difference between when they won the championships and when they kept losing to the Patriots, what the difference was. What did he say? The little things. He said, we did the normal things better than everybody else, and when we did it, we won. That's what we have to do tonight.
Two key injuries to watch tonight. Paul Pierce is fairly confident playing on his sprained right knee. Of course, he sprained that knee in game 1 during the third quarter, came back to finish off the game, but was quite sore the next day. Tonight, he is wearing a brace to stabilize that knee. But Doc Rivers is more concerned about Kendrick Perkins, who sprained his left ankle shortly after Pierce's injury. Now, Perkins did not practice this morning. He told me he has problems sliding and changing directions. But unlike Pierce, Mike, Perkins did take a cortisone shot before the game. He said it hurt like crazy, but he's feeling significantly better because of it.
And both Michelle in the starting lineup. Our Spanish language version of tonight's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP function on your television. As we're set to go for game 2, the veteran officiating crew led by Danny Crawford, Bob Delaney, and Kenny Maurer. Celtics drew first blood on Thursday night. They had a couple of days to analyze and overanalyze as Gasol and Perkins. Phil Jackson calling game 1 a tale of two halves. He liked the way his team played in the first half, as we have a moving screen set on Perkins. They did not like the way they played in the second, so Perkins quickly picks up his first. Meanwhile, Doc Rivers, the opposite. Felt his team in the second half was excellent defensively. Obviously, he disagrees with the first call of the game, so we're off to a good start.
Oh, he's a coach. What do you expect? Just look to your right and my left.
And he was a known flopper, so he knows when a flop happens.
Perkins comes right back, deflects it. As Kobe Bryant has Ray Allen on him to start. Odom. Radmanovich, the high arcing shot won't go. Rebound tipped and taken by Rondo. He's a good, tough little rebounder. Allen, bad pass, get up in the air, stolen by Bryant. Bryant on the pull-up. Gasol the rebound. Bryant pass to Radmanovich. Here's Odom, nice feed inside, and the slam.
Well, one of the things we witnessed in game 1 was excellent ball movement in the first half by the Lakers, and that time did not disappoint.
You know, Jeff, you always talk about in a playoff series, the team that loses the previous game, they come out with such desperation to start game 2.
Well, it's just a natural human instinct to feel subconsciously satisfied with winning one game, where the other team naturally feels a little bit anxious.
Garnett misses his first shot. Perkins the offensive board. Pierce for three. That's good. Pierce wearing that brace on the right knee. Had that tremendous third quarter, both before and after the injury, and knocks down his first shot of the game.
That's why it's so crucial not to allow second shot opportunities. The defense breaks down and guys get open looks.
Odom shot won't go. Bryant the rebound. Quick putback. He misses.
But that was his second assault of the offensive board. That's where he's trying to get going, is on the offensive glass.
And Radmanovich called for a foul as Pierce went to the line. He'll take it out of bounds.
And here's what we're talking about. You allow an offensive rebound. The defense is in recovery mode. Good job of getting rid of it immediately. Radmanovich has to close out to the shooter, doesn't, and pays the price.
Mike, I want to go back to Bryant on the offensive board. First game, didn't really go for very many offensive boards. on both shot attempts that have missed. He's really gotten a full head of steam up to get to the board.
Everyone affiliated with the Lakers as Radmanovich picks up his second. Everyone affiliated with the Lakers talked about have to do a better job on the boards. They felt, Phil Jackson included, that Celtics were much more physical and out-hustled them. As Trevor Ariza making his first appearance. Ariza had a broken foot, missed the last 3 months of the regular season. In the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, has played just a couple of minutes so far in the postseason, but he did a nice job before the injury earlier in the season. Pierce jumper. And Bryant another rebound.
If you talk about Ariza and the reason why Phil Jackson goes to him, he's an outstanding defender. He's going to make Pierce work.
And Kobe Bryant taps that one in.
But I think it really helps Boston on the defensive end. They can give help off Ariza because he's a below-average perimeter shooter.
And already the Celtics with 3 turnovers as Gasol deflects that pass. Fisher, who's been aggressive. And just like that, the Lakers up by 3.
I think even if you look at Ariza being a below-average shooter, he understands his role. He's a big-time slasher and finisher off of the triangle out.
Ariza guarding Pierce. Got quickness and good size. Perkins spinning. Tough shot. Knocks it down. Perkins didn't have a field goal in game 1. Only played 23 minutes because of that ankle injury. Odom. All the Lakers aggressive early. Misses a shot. Lakers just 3 of 8 to start. Pierce to the basket. Inside, layup, bank shot, won't go. And Odom the rebound. Nobody talks so much about the importance of game 1. We always see the stats, whoever wins game 1 of a series. But Phil Jackson, in 3 of his 9 titles that he's won, he's lost game 1. Gasol blocked for the goaltend as Garnett is called for the goaltend. He lost game 1 of the finals back in 91 with the Bulls, 98 with the Bulls, and then 2001 with the Lakers when they wound up winning 4 straight against Philadelphia after that game 1 loss.
I like that last possession. Pau Gasol, instead of looking for Kobe Bryant coming to the rim, shakes him off, says no, isolation, and then gets the back.
Pierce, count it, and a foul. Pierce so strong going to the basket, and the Celtics back within 1.
Well, Pierce has already gotten to the basket 3 times here. A little bit of a miscommunication on rotation. Odom late to help. Strong drive and a good finish. Pierce missed a couple right at the basket. On that one, he finished strong.
Now, Paul Pierce's injury has been a hot topic both here in Boston, where they found it inspirational. In L.A., there was some doubt and skepticism, including from Phil Jackson, wondering about, hey, wait a minute, he was only back in the locker room for about a minute. Now he comes back out, knocks down some threes, so the posturing was in full form between games 1 and 2.
And that's what it was, posturing. They probably in L.A. think that Willis Reed was still faking it. No question about it. You got to say, hey, Pierce made a heck of a comeback and sparked his club, which was a big-time effort.
Gasol with the soft touch.
Great left-hand jump hook off a little Hakeem Olajuwon type dream shake to get a little separation.
Pierce to Garnett. Ray Allen fires away. Quick release, and Gasol the rebound. Allen had a good solid game in game 1. 19 points. You can see, though, the Lakers obviously more aggressive here to start. Although, again, they played well in the first half on Thursday night. Pass deflected off of Gasol, was telling Kobe Bryant, give me a bounce pass.
And I've been there before. You tell the big guy, give me a catch. Forget about where I put it. I made the play. It's your responsibility to catch and finish.
I think the look like Kobe Bryant said exactly what you were thinking. Perkins to Rondo. Allen back out. Rondo had a good solid game 1. Bryant nearly bumps him. Shot clock down to 7. Garnett shot. Won't go. And Ariza the rebound. Gasol calling for it. Nice quick spin move. Pau Gasol. And the finish right at Garnett.
Big time finish, big time move. Position gives Bryant a target, and then over Kevin Garnett.
And I think Paul Pierce got to be more active to give help in the post when he's guarding Ariza.
Gasol 3 for 3 from the field. And an offensive foul gets Doc Rivers up. They call Kevin Garnett for throwing the shoulder. You see Rivers arguing with Bob Delaney. That's 4 turnovers already for the Celtics.
Well, good entry pass. Gasol's strong post up and a catch. Good spin baseline. And then a finish right up over the top of Garnett.
And then a technical foul call on Kevin Garnett after the personal foul. Doc Rivers, hey Bob, he's saying to Delaney, the veteran official.
Well, there's no aspect of the game that is called differently game to game than screening. And to me, that's a difficult call to make because I can't see it clearly. But screening and illegal screens differs widely, game to game, officiating crew to officiating crew.
Fisher sets it up. 5-point lead for the Lakers, who again shooting the ball well early. Ariza. Shot won't go. Odom tips it in over Garnett. And 7 straight points by the Lakers. They've got a 7-point lead.
Well, you can just see the body language of Odom and Gasol. They come ready to play and having an impact early.
Pierce back to Garnett. Garnett knocks down the shot. Garnett struggled shooting the ball in the second half. Was a big force rebounding in his first finals game. Threw up 24 points, 13 rebounds. As we're past the midway point of the first quarter. Looking to get Gasol involved early. Bryant, nice fake, falling away. And Garnett the rebound. Kobe Bryant, 1 for 4 to start. Allen, got it to the basket and lays it in.
Well, that's good on both ends. Good contest, helped by Garnett and Perkins on the shot attempt by Bryant. And then on the other end, Ray Allen aggressive.
And just watching Perkins and Pierce, they don't seem to be laboring with their respective injuries, at least early. Phil Jackson will call a timeout with 5:07 remaining in the first.
And Phil Jackson, you like the way this ball game is starting. Kobe Bryant aggressive, pushing the ball in transition, knocking it in, and then a grown man move from Pau Gasol over the big ticket. Get in my poster.
Initially, I just thought, my knee just gave out and I probably tore something because I never felt that type of pain in my knee.
Celtic fans holding their breaths here in Boston.
Right when I saw that and I thought that, I went right back to the bench. Because my thinking is now, I got to get the team ready.
This is what we're talking about, adversity. You overcome it. We're the better team, we overcome it, all right? Nothing stops us. That's why we play 12 guys.
Once I saw I could bear my weight on my leg, I was like, well, let me just try to get back out there.
And hear the ovation as he comes hopping out of the tunnel. Rondo back to Pierce, another three, puts it in. Back-to-back three-pointers from Paul Pierce. And here in Boston, they've used it as inspirational. Doc Rivers said that it was the defining moment of the game when he left. He felt his team's sense of urgency changed, realizing they were out there captain and #1 offensive force.
So he talked about that. How many teams lose their focus and thinking about their star player leaving, and then all of a sudden you're out of the ball game. Give the Celtics credit. They held the fort until Pierce got back in.
And Doc Rivers is a better man than me. I would have been part of those guys carrying him off, going back into the back with Pierce.
24-second violation, excellent defense. Doc Rivers said he feared the worst. Everybody in the place thought it was over. You know there were a lot of people saying, oh no, the series is done, because it looked like such a serious injury. And then just a short time later, you look pretty good.
Well, if it had been a serious injury, the series would have been done.
I just can't believe people questioning. I don't think Paul Pierce or any athlete is that smart as Garnett finishes in the paint to say, hey, I'm going to go out. He carried off, he caught it off, and then I'm coming back to a great ovation.
And Pierce has never been one of those guys that stays down long. He's been a durable player his entire career with the exception of last season. Meanwhile, the Celtics back within one. Just under 4.5 remaining in the first. Luke Walton inside and lays it in. Because of Pierce's knee, whoever he's guarding, do you go at him?
No. But if Pierce is going to continue to play defense like he did on the last possession, he's going to gift you enough points.
Pierce, double team, and a foul on the pass. Derek Fisher picks up his first, and for the Lakers, it's their 14th foul.
You see Garnett offensively, Pau Gasol going at him. Well, good spin move, avoids the double team from Fisher, and then uses the rim as a shield, putting it in.
Derek Fisher is much more active getting help off Rondo in the first quarter of this game.
Allen hits a three. Ray Allen from downtown. He has found his stroke again after those struggles, especially in the second round of the playoffs.
But this is a mistake by Kobe Bryant. He loses separation, tries to shoot the gap. That's too much space for Ray Allen. You've got to stay attached to his body.
Meanwhile, a foul on Allen down the other end of the floor. Started getting back his stroke in the conference finals against the Pistons, where the Celtics eliminated them in 6 games. Walton getting a little fancy. Gasol calling for it. Shot clock at 5. Now Gasol was fouled on his way to the basket. Perkins will pick up number 2, and that'll be the second team foul.
No sense being upset about it. That's the call, but it's because of the aggressiveness of Pau Gasol on the block. Very patient, and then he's in the attack mode. This makes the Lakers a dangerous basketball team, and Gasol makes his mind up that he is going to be aggressive and not just a role player on the floor. Puts the pressure on Perkins, gets the contact, and now Perkins has to lead the ball.
And I really think that's a mistake by Perkins. When he has Gasol that far out on the floor, give him more cushion and make him shoot the 17-foot face-up jump shot.
B.J. Brown checks in. He played 21 minutes in Game 1. Big minutes in the fourth quarter. Fisher hits the jumper. And Lakers back up by 2.
And one of the things you're seeing from Los Angeles, Mike, is Kobe Bryant in the low post more than he was in Game 1. And a lot more. On every possession, he's finding his way into the low post.
And Kobe Bryant talking to Danny Crawford after being called for his first foul. And the Lakers in the penalty, something Bill Jackson told them they needed to avoid. And putting Boston on the free throw line.
And he's trying to make up for the mistake made before, not keeping a body on Ray Allen. A good job by Ray Allen. Forcing contact, and we see what we witnessed in the last series with Rip Hamilton against Ray Allen. Ray Allen gives Kobe Bryant a little bit of his own medicine and gets to the line.
So Allen, this is the free throw. Remind you to log on to NBAstore.com now for Lakers and Celtics finals gear and 50% off other shipping. NBAstore.com, one store, every team. Perkins resting with the 2 fouls. Allen played 44 minutes in Game 1. Had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, went to the line 8 times. Good solid game for Ray Allen.
You can play your key guys big minutes. You're talking about 2-3 days in between. They have plenty of time to rest.
Will be a day in between games 2 and 3, and a travel day as well. Fisher shot short. On rebound comes out and Pierce. The rebounding numbers early, 7-6 in favor of the Lakers after getting beaten badly on the boards in Game 1. Pierce. Walton. Fisher again, not hesitant, and Garnett the rebound. Both teams at 50% or more here in the early going. Garnett pass deflected by Fisher, stolen. Good defense from the veteran.
Watching Phil Jackson, as soon as he gets the call from the Celtics, immediately tells Lamar to double team Kevin Garnett on the block, forcing that turnover.
And an offensive foul call. So Kobe Bryant has 2. He just walks away from Bob Delaney. Got aggressive trying to create some space with Ray Allen. Let's take a look. Not a lot of contact. He obviously threw a bit of an elbow, but it's been a pretty physical start. That's a tough call, don't you think?
I don't like that call at all. This is the NBA Finals, and the players need to be on the floor that have gotten them there unless they're blatant fouls. That's nothing.
Amen.
A double amen. Under the 2-minute mark, first quarter of game 1. And the Celtics down by 1. Kobe Bryant, though, on the bench with 2 fouls. Here are the fouls.
And you take a look at the fouls defensively against Ray Allen, trying to defend the motion. Gets a pin down. You keep a body on him after being beat the last play. Gets called for the grab. That's the first foul. Second foul offensively, being defended. Little airspace. My problem with these fouls are if you're going to call this, then be consistent all game long. These are 2 fouls that can be called every trip down the floor both ways.
He wanted to show his defense today. When we interviewed him the other day after game 1, he came in. The first thing he did is he looked at you, Jeff, and said, I can't wait until you're a head coach again because you had said you didn't think you deserved all-NBA first-team defense.
And I don't, but that's why I love him, too, is because he is an absolute warrior on the court. He doesn't want anyone taking any shots at him that can be documented. Now, I don't think he deserves first-team all-defense because of how much energy he has to expend offensively. But that guy, when he locks in, he's as good a defender as anybody in the NBA.
He said it with a smile, but he meant it.
So here's what I love about it. That's an edge. How many guys would say, hey, I'm not going in there and being interviewed by Jeff Van Gundy. Forget him. He killed me on the air. Here's a guy that said, forget it. I'm going to make you pay the price when your team has to face me. Now, next question.
Garnett kicks it out. Rondo, shot clock at 4. Rondo inside Garnett. Gets it off in time and knocks it down. Good ball movement by the Celtics. By the way, Bryant, after game 1, he watched the entire game that night. He said he didn't go to sleep till about 5 o'clock, and obviously he watched it with the sound up.
Yeah, and I said to him, I think I'm going to come back when you're about 36, when you don't want to guard anymore.
And Rondo called for foul. Celtics not in the penalty yet. Rondo's first.
Mike, and I know this would be an incredible adjustment to the rule, but to me, this is why we should add another foul to the personal foul limit, make it 7, or just eliminate fouling out at all. Why should 2 highly questionable calls change the entire course of the game? It doesn't do it in any other sport.
Well, you know me. I agree with some of the things every once in a while this guy says. Offensive foul them all, but I don't agree with that. You got 2 fouls, either allow them to play because you get 6 and live with it. I don't think that makes any sense at all, sir.
See, you should be progressive. They didn't used to have the 3-point line. Now they have it. Now you're a fan of it. Just let my rule come in. You'll grow to love it.
No, what your rule does, it makes coaching easier. Gives the coaches a bailout excuse to allow the star player to play.
Why should coaching be harder? They want to fire every guy for every reason.
Final half minute here in the first. Celtics back up by 1. Leon Poe is checked in for Boston. Rondo looking. Farmar's in for LA. Down to Poe. Poe draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. So again, the Lakers in the penalty. And that's the second foul on Odoman. And there's Leon Poe, nice bench player. As you see, born in Oakland, it's his 2nd year out of Cal. We've told this story during the course of the year. It's an unbelievable story that you're going to hear in depth coming up in our halftime. But he was a young man with 6 brothers and sisters whose father left at the age of 2. A very difficult childhood where he and his brothers and sisters were homeless shelters, lived in homeless shelters, sometimes spent nights in cars, and then wound up in foster care. He was the older one in terms of making sure everybody stayed together. His mother, who tried to raise all, had some difficulties and was arrested, and they took the kids away. The state took them, but Leon Poe kept them all together, stuck with his grades, stuck with his basketball, and now he's turned his family and his life around. It's a fascinating story, and again, it's coming up at halftime that you'll see in depth as Farmar knocks down a 3. Cole, meanwhile, has become a valuable player. Allen, at the buzzer. Ray Allen misfires. As Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, after leading by 7, lost it momentarily. Now up 2. Key number for Bryant. 2 fouls. As Ray Allen and the Celtics shoot 50% from the field here in the first quarter. Paul Pierce looking pretty healthy despite the sprained knee. Pierce with 6 points in the opening period. So first quarter complete here in game 2. Lakers 22, Celtics 20.